Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chandler County. Not much has been going on. We added this highway in the last episode, just a little bypass, essentially. And I decided, and I realized looking up here, this little on and off ramp, for some reason, there's not a second one over here. There's just this part. But it did kind of come in and it stopped right about there. I was like, hey, that's another entrance and exit to our city. So I dragged this highway. This is what is this thing right here? This is part of the NAF, the North American Freeway asset right here. I dragged it, fairly respected our topography, and I brought it on up here and connected it in right there. So that's giving some people a different route to get in and out of the city. Now this road may change a little bit over time, but it gave us another exit. Now I could only connect in with the freeway itself right here. So I dragged ourselves a little space right here and at least have a way for people to get onto the freeway going that way. Now people coming in can get off there and come this way, but people coming from this direction have no way to get over onto this highway yet. They all have to come over here. Now, another thing that I have done is I have fixed our traffic flow. If you remember, our traffic flow always showed like 50% for some reason, and it was super busy right here, and it was literally because of this. So what was going on was our traffic up here in this, the traffic on the freeway was actually coming off the on-ramp and then getting back on the off-ramp. Going back onto this on-ramp and getting back over here. When I looked at Traffic Manager and I looked at our speeds, the speed of the freeway was 60. The speed of the on and off ramps was also 60. So what I did was I changed it to 80 on the freeways and then 45 for the ramps. You don't need to do 60 miles an hour on an off ramp. 45 is a typical speed for American on and off ramps. And 80 is what I think interstates or freeways should be, not 70. It's too slow. So anyways, I changed those speeds up and traffic instantly improved and people are staying on the freeway where they're supposed to and moving on, and traffic is now up to around 80%. Most of our traffic is still just because of that, and it's a little slow in town just because we still don't have access to the bigger freeways at the moment. And that is about it. There's one little quick touch-up I've got to do. I've lost my trees. Don't know how, but I lost my trees. So we need to get our trees back in. I do not need brush size 71, though. We get our trees back. I'm not sure. I keep randomly losing trees, and I don't really know why. Oh, this thing's going to be super annoying, isn't it? Probably gonna have to sit here and mess with this for a bit because it's going to take me forever to get that back in there where it's supposed to go. I'm very annoyed that we lost all of our landscaping around the courthouse. These are probably not centered up. No, they're not. They are most definitely not centered up. These little guard things are nice, but they're kind of annoying to use, to be honest with you. I don't want to select anything other than the trees right now, please. Oh, and see, I've lost a tree right there as well. Oh, come on now. Come on now. All right, let's get this fixed real quick. All right, good enough. Okay, stop disappearing. I'm getting tired of rebuilding. Rebuilding random trees. It's something to do with tree anarchy. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the dealio is with that, but hey, it works for the moment. Like, I'm not losing any trees over here. I don't know. I don't get it sometimes. Anyways, so what to do? Mostly, we just need even more population. We are about 1,500 away from reaching our goal of 6,000. So I want to go ahead and zone in another area of residential, but I think, like we were talking about the last episode, I think I would actually like to come up here and maybe build a little city up here, a little village up here, basically along in the river, in this little spot. Maybe another town, the first new town other than our main town right here. I think I would like to do that. This has a big median in it, and I don't think I want the big median. Oh, whoops. We're going to come right off of there, and I've left Anarchy on again. Left it on again. But I remember this time. I remembered this time. All right. Let's just get ourselves a nice little highway coming right up into here. I think our topography is a little wonky around here, maybe? Take a look and see. I did not go and take a look. All right. Actually, should be fine. What I'll do is set to terrain height. There we go. That fixes it. Okay, so now we've got our main road coming out into here. Now let's see, how do I actually want to... What are you exactly? The big rural highway, aren't you? You know what? Let's do that one instead. Change our minds here. That road. Okay, so for this one out here, there's going to be no commercial out here. Well, I take that back. We might have, you know, a gas station or something like that, maybe. But for right now, we're going to do what was called... Oh, darn, I already forgot the name of it and how it was called. Basically, where they subdivided the land in the Midwest United States into big blocks, essentially. They basically just made big square blocks out of the whole area. For some reason, doesn't want to go off that side right there. That's fine. But we're going to do some nice big square blocks here. Or, you know, as square as square can get, basically. Wow, it is not liking that, is it? Why not snapping right there to that angle? Fine, I can just deal with this. How long was this? 39 units? Alright, now that's 35 units as well. We're going to have to come out just one extra since it's being kind of weird. Come up 39 units. Come over 39. Yeah, that means that this connection right here just needs to go. There we go. All right, so basically we're just going to kind of carry this idea right here on into the rest of it. All right, so there is a start. Going to connect this one up right there. This one going to connect up right there. The node that's a little funny. These roads, like, they just absolutely do not respect the topography of the area, like, basically at all. So it gets a little wonky. There's a lot of extra nodes in here. clean it up a little bit. As we get over that way, we'll clean it up a little bit more. All right, so there's the start of that. Eventually, there'll be a bridge that comes across here. And this road right here will actually... Apparently... I'm going to have major issues. Wow, what's the deal right there? Seems to happen... That only seems to happen over there by the water. Well, that's gotta where I gotta work, though. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I'll deal with that part right there in a minute. All right, so now we got those laid out. We're going to come through and do a little subdividing here. So we're going to subdivide these here up into some smaller lots. I don't know why the game does not like it right there, but man, it does not like it right there. Okay. There's the start of something right there. Now, the only thing I do want to do is come right to here. We're going to add in some zoning along this highway right here. Because by default, it doesn't include zoning, but I want it to have some. Now... I'm going to have some water over here. I think I want to add in a... Actually, let's start with power. This area is going to get a substation connected up to it. We'll have their own substation over here. And... It'd be good to kind of get it... near to our existing power. Then just drag some rural power lines over there to it. Go. So, new substation in. And as far as I know, you cannot have separate water systems, so we are going to have to connect this one up to the water. I mean, as far as I know, you can't have separate water systems. If you can, then, you know, hey, then I'm completely wrong about that. But I don't think you can. But I have an idea about how to make this work and make it believable. So we're going to kind of, until I can buy this right here, we're going to sneak it in over there. And then add in a nice little rural looking water tower over in this area. Unfortunately, there's no good... There's a little bit of raised terrain right here, actually. But I think these guys right here would be up perfectly fine if it wasn't. So, let's get our water pipes in. All right, all covered up with water. I do need to get some power to this guy. So we're just going to drag a temporary power line over there to him. Got plenty of power. We got plenty of water for a little while. So these guys right here are all good. And what the plan for over here is we are going to make some farms over here. We're going to start our first farming industry. So we're going to... where am I looking at? We're going to go right here. Paint our industry area. As you can see, we have a very nice area for some farms. Going to... Not all of this is going to be farmland, but a good chunk of it will be. All right, so there's the start of it. And I do like I like birch. You know what? Birchfield Community. even though this is a farm, it's a community. It's it's not gonna be like one giant farm. We're gonna pretend like it's multiple types of farms. So, need to get our main farming building, which I am going to put somewhat close to the highway connection right there. So right about here, I think would work. And we got lots of stuff that we can build. I'm very excited for this. All right, got the farmstead going. I do have quite a few different types of fields that we are going to put in here. Connect that up just for the time being until we get some of this in here. All right, let's get some fields going first. All right, it's the start of our little farming area right here. Now, as I said, I was going to have a small little, like a small little center of community, and it's going to be right here, these crossroads. Actually, I may do it over here. That is the highway, which means I probably actually would like to move this big mamma jamma right here, this big mega farm. Might honestly be a better idea to move them. Take out some of these roads right here. Could squeeze them in back down into here. Whoops. Well, I guess that's what we're doing. Oh, what's this thing? What that little tool was. All right, let's get rid of some of these random trees that have popped up in there. Oh, yeah, we'll move it from there. We'll do this. We'll do the little community right here, maybe at these crossroads or so. Let me fix this terrain back, since I kind of screwed with it a little bit. Oh, whoops, wrong button. There we go. Okay. I had to change this road out because it was not playing very nice for some reason. And it still may not play nice because it is a highway and it doesn't think it has connection to anything. So I don't know. Now, workers are going to be a bit of a problem because this is a long ways off. But we are going to, we're going to zone in stuff. Now, I love these little assets right here. I mean, that doesn't exactly look like corn to me, but it looks a lot better than the base game, than the default game corn does, so I'm okay with it. I'm leaving a lot of extra space right now because there's going to be barns and all kinds of bigger fields that we're going to be adding in later, and several other things into this whole mix right here. So I'm leaving enough room for quite a bit more stuff. But in terms of our little community, probably actually it's going to go right up in here. Stick with... I really want to stick with these rural roads, actually, I think. Let's upgrade him into a different type of road. That button right. That button it. Oh, turn everything back on. Okay. Get him connected in just like that. There we go. I really hope that I can actually get some other stuff to grow along that road right there. That would be really handy. Now, for this area right here, I wanted to set this up as a regular district. Right up in here. This is basically where this area is going to be at. Not Empire Park. This is going to be Birchfield. And this, we're going to actually just go ahead and rename this from Birchfield Community to Birchfield Farmland. All right, so Birchfield, you are going to have some interesting policies here. We are going to do the American Classic, but we're also going to do American Low Residential. And we are going to do a little bit of American Main Street. If I decide to put in my own, if I decide to let it zone commercial, I may not. Oh, and one thing I definitely want to do for policies over here is school is out. I don't want them doing any school-related stuff. You know, I take it back. I don't want it to be that heavy in zoning. It's gonna let it kind of, you know, I don't want this to be a dense community back here. All right, let's give them a few services back here. We've already got a fire station. Oh, you know what? I need the little rural police station. It's an asset I'm going to have to get. It's a little rural police station. It would actually be amazing for this build right here. All right, I'm going to relocate him over here near the highway. And we're also going to give these guys an ambulance service. Typically in these smaller communities, The ambulances and the fire stations are usually staffed by a lot of the same people. They're kind of all in on it together kind of thing. Like a fire and rescue type thing, a volunteer fire and rescue sort of situation. But we're going to have them right there together. All right, let's just keep zoning out a little loosely defined residential area. There it comes. All right, had to get it just close enough to where we get some power to it. It's going to give them a little bit of an ambulance service. I do want to change that to large ambulance though, and change you to a large fire truck. I'm gonna have to go get some more assets for these, especially this fire truck. That's way too big of a fire truck for this area. You're at 40 workers. Hopefully we'll get quite a few more once all of this is up and running. Get some silos over here. God, I don't know why it's just terrible right there. I know I don't need this many silos, but I do like everyone having their own silo. Or, most everyone having their own silo. Not everyone gets their own silo. A lot of people do. I do want to give them a little shopping over here, and we're going to do that under Rico. You also probably noticed during the time lapse thing that I was plopping these down specifically so I could get very particular homes right there. I'm going to come right here, and we're going to get just a few shops, things that I would expect to see in a small community like this, like a little small low-end grocery store. Auto body shop. I'm going to have to do some decorating on that one. Small auto body shop right there. What else? Yeah, tire shop next door to it. Another small market. I'll actually pull that over there next to that one. Then we'll go under surface painter here. And just fill that in where it didn't give me any. Oh, probably, I guess, give them a little space since they have cars that park next to them. They would appreciate that. And we'll go around and clean up the edge of this here in a bit. All right, so a couple of little odd and end places. Actually pull him back a little bit. I can pull him back as well. Off the main road a little bit more. They seem to be okay with the whole road situation, so I'm not sure why the other one was having such issues, but he was. All right, what else? What else might one see in this kind of area? Well, they're going to get their liquor and wine from, these places right here, so I don't think we need anything like that. A couple of odd and end buildings like this right here would not be a bad idea. Especially maybe like up over here, just some old... Well, no, I don't like that this much. We have right here, though. See if there's anything right here that might look appropriate for this area. Food market. Yeah, we've already got Bill and Vic. Bill and Vic don't want any competition right here. A random chicken place would actually be kind of fun. Little random chicken place. Oh, you know what? That was that version of it. Does this one have... Yeah, that one actually does have a little bit more to it, I think. So yeah, we'll put that one right there instead. Or at least I think it had more to it. It may not have. I may be completely losing my mind. But it felt like it did. Grobel and Rico, that's what we were looking for. Oh, bar and grill would not be a bad idea. There's another auto body shop. We'll put that over here next to the Pirtle's Chicken. I don't want any of those types of buildings, like the wall-to-wall stuff. I don't think I would see... I would be hard-pressed to see that you would notice those kinds of things around here. You know, I do actually have a really cool... whatchamacallit, gas station asset that I need to find that would actually look really nice right here. I think that's getting to be about everything that I would expect to see. Maybe just some sort of newer... Oh yeah, gotta have a little ice box. A little place for the kids to come and hang out. And then a Dairy Queen. Or a Delta Queen, rather. I'm sorry. It's a Delta Queen. Okay. That'll do. Add a little pavement up against it. Connect it in. I want to slow the traffic down on this particular road right here. I want to slow it down to 50. At least until you get out there, then we'll slow it. And actually right through here, we'll go even slower. Just, you know, right here where the... Once you kind of really get into town, we'll slow it on down to 35. Alright, there we go. There's our little... Just a small, insignificant little commercial area for this little part of town. It looks like this has started to fill in rather nicely. Go ahead and get a few more houses put in around here. Especially by the river, I would expect quite a few more houses near the river. Slightly better land values, more people would want to live over there near it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Well, it's got 5,000 people. Well, What do we got going so far? 50 people here, so not bad. I know that I could build the little cattle ranch things. But I don't like them. I don't like the ranches. They look terrible to me. At least the pastures, rather. I don't like them. I think they look awful. So we're not going to be building those. We're going to wait until I can get barns. I like the barns. I much prefer the barns. Okay. Get a few more homes around these areas here. I want to heavily forest this once I have all these people kind of in here and situated. I'm going to heavily forest it. Let's see. I'll take out that little bit right there. See about how we can make this look, you know, decent. Well, let's start with the right stuff here. Let's start with our fencing. I would think you would see some privacy fences around these sorts of areas. Oh, that's not a privacy fence. That's a privacy fence. That's going the wrong way, because that's what I always do. Come on. There you go. Okay, I'm up to... Well, no, this is actually about right, isn't it? All right, let's turn the grid off and the road guidelines off. I guess, and angle. Oh, it's just going to be... Fine, fine, fine. That off. Cool. Go away, you. Get out of my building. God. Done it everywhere. Oh, it's done it everywhere again. Okay, I think we got rid of them all. Alright, so we're going to go back there with it. Let's do a little more paint job in the back. Don't worry about that. I'll cover that up with some bushes or something. Just go to right there because, you know, they do want access to the back. They got garages and stuff back there, so they're going to want access to this area in the back of it. Cool. All right, prop time. No. Dumpsters? Yeah, there's my dumpster. There was a way just to turn prop anarchy on. Put that one right there up front. I know it's like right in the way of a car, but shouldn't park in front of it. That's all I gotta say. Shouldn't park in front of that. Now, I wonder... some other trucks. Truck is massive. I'm gonna put a random semi back here. Good with that. Let's see, back here. All right, now that I've got prop anarchy turned on, oh, not what I wanted. I want my dumpster. Oh, it's because that prop's turned off. There we go. You right there. You look like you're floating, don't you? Oh, no, you're not. Never mind. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get this right here detailed out a little bit around this area of town. Let's see what we can make this look like. All right, without going too overboard with it, I think this right here looks pretty decent. Something very common around here is old gas stations get turned into like, little transmission state shops or tire things, but like they leave the sign. The gas pumps are long gone, but they leave the sign. I thought that was kind of a neat little nod to that right there. There's actually an old gas station about a mile down the street from me that used to be a gas station a long time ago, and it's a tire shop now, oddly enough. And we used to go get gas there all the time when I was a little kid and everything. But it's a tire shop now, but they still have the old I think it's an old Exxon sign out front. So I did that, and then I did have the little Delta Queen or Dairy Queen thingy right here, but I changed it out for this Gulf gas station. I thought that would be a little more appropriate. So we swapped it out for that, got the Gulf sign in there. I thought this little area right here turned out kind of nice. Not too overdone, but, not too bad and everything. A couple little odds and ends. We still need to come up here and detail out the Jack Purtle's chicken and the Canef Auto right here. Still need to do a little work on that little spot right there, but, I think it's looking rather good at the moment. How are we doing on workers? We're up to 60, so we only need 15 more people. We're actually making some money from it, so that's good. Got pretty much all the everything filled in, so we're just going to add in a few more spots for some more residential. Again, not a lot. Trying to keep it kind of spread out, and I'm into the weird place that just doesn't like me looking anywhere. Add a couple more spots right there in, and we're gonna put a house right there. House here. This is the kind of neighborhood, this is kind of community where basically everybody, because there's only a couple of streets. And everyone kind of knows each other over here, around here. Very small town. Town may even actually go down this way a little bit, now that I think about it. Oh, like, why are you not? There it goes. May add in a couple of spots of maybe just some slightly heavier residential right there, just to fill that in. We make sure we take that off so it doesn't build over top of it or anything like it already has. Tried to beat it, still lost. So yeah, we'll put a little bit in right here, maybe a slightly denser area of some housing right here. Maybe that was a farm or something. The farm got subdivided and sold off, and some of the land went back to the city, and the city decided to improve it a little bit, make some housing out of it. Same with this right here. We'll add a little more, maybe right around the town itself, we'll have a little more denser housing. And then it'll quickly give way to less dense housing as you get away from it all. Love to pass that 5,000 mark before the end of this episode right here. Maybe the next episode we'll finally get to 6,000. Because we'll... Oh, shoot. I almost forgot. Almost forgot to pull this up over here. Okay. They'll be all right. I don't expect these people to ever really get super nice homes, just because it's going to be pretty crap area. The nicer homes are going to be the farmhouses, which will get updated and kind of cleaned up and looking nicer later on once I kind of fill these areas right here in. I'm just loving this little area right here. Definitely need to fill it in a little bit more, though. More trees. Now, I need some different trees, though. Keep using the same ones. I mean, this isn't like it's like the Midwest where, you know, it's barren, basically. You know, this is the southern part of the United States, and we actually have, even little towns like this are heavily forested. A lot of woods and stuff around them. Lots of trees everywhere. So this is completely within the realm of what I would expect to see in these areas. Very, 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 very reminiscent of places I've driven through many, many times in my life. Come back here and get houses going back here. You do have water, right? You do, but this right here is not correct anymore. And you're unhappy. Oh, shoot. Ah. Quick happy. There. Okay. All right, get that over there. All right. Yeah, well, I think we're going to pass 5,000 people finally in the community. This whole new area down here at Birchfield has really helped push our numbers on up there. What I need to do is get that forest brush tool back and learn to use it, so I can go in and get all of our what call it? Kind of odd that it wants educated workers for the cornfield. That's very strange. Are they like the managers? Yeah, it wants educated. I would think that those would be uneducated. Hold on one second. Huh. Okay, so I was taking a look at the mod that I have that like adjusts population and like workers and stuff, but it doesn't seem to do anything for that right there. Because nothing changed. I thought maybe I could get more people working in these farms, but like these right here take, again, it just takes way more than I would think. I don't know why it takes educated workers to work on a farm. That's really, really odd. Out of curiosity, just base game stuff? Same thing. Huh. No, it's interesting to know that they require educated workers to work there. Well, I guess that's something we're going to have to deal with in the next episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.